Greetings and salutations, and welcome to Jill of the Jungle. As with Commander Keen, this is another old-school platformer, and the shareware version thereof specifically. Unlike Commander Keen, this is one that I'm actually rather familiar with. In fact, it has at times been somewhat of a comfort game for me. So let's get started. Oh yes, and unlike Commander Keen, as you can hear, there are in fact some sound effects in this one, sound and music. So let's get started. There we go. Controls up in the top left, shift to jump, alt is currently unassigned, we note, and F1 for help. Now we picked up that gem as we fell down. Gems open those gates. Now, you may notice that we've been dropped straight into gameplay. No overworld, you may wonder, no map screen? Well, there is an overworld. In fact, this is the overworld. There's something I quite like about Jill of the Jungle, is this platformer overworld. You see that one just ahead of us? That's the start of the first level. Jill bounds through the boulders. And here the level begins. I also like that transition. Now, our first weapon. We found a knife, which is what alt is in fact going to. So, fairly straightforward, but you may notice there's a bit of bounce to it. You may notice that it sort of sinks as we move around. That's an important part of using the knife. Careful. Basically, we can use it to hit enemies that would be otherwise, yes, thank you, difficult to reach. Oops. One thing that I will say against this game, as much as I love it, and I do love this game, the jumping is a little bit awkward at times, and might take a little bit of getting used to for me. It's been a while since last I replayed this game, as you can tell by my continuously missing that jump. The best way to describe physics is hard. You stop immediately, both on contact with things and letting go of the jump key. There we go. So I'll give you 3 guesses which company made this. Right, now let's get back to what we were doing. Just following the arrows, helpful as they are. Crocodile. We are in some sort of slightly odd jungle. That was a frog that you just saw. These things are the bane of my life, these frogs. Oh, got one by the homing knife. And you can see that if the knife doesn't reach you, it will eventually fall down. There we go. Alright. No. Got you. Horrid thing. Got you. Those orangish things are firebirds, by the way. They don't look terribly bird-like, but tolerably so at least. Ooh, there we go. Just got hit. This is the one that tends to get me. Come here, you. Got you. Ha ha. Nice spiky pit. Ooh, tricky firebird, that one. Now, you notice that there's a bit of a gap between the spikes there. There's a secret area. Now, don't ask me who put these chains in here or what these blue things are. I have no idea. But, ooh, careful. Those blue things will hurt us if we touch them, I do believe. But it leads us up to this little secret area. I forget. No. Now this is covered over and we can no longer go down there. The only thing we can do is exit. I forget what the purpose of that secret area is. I think I may have missed something there. Anyway, and we're back at the overworld. Go through to level 2. Jill journeys into the forest. Ooh, I love this music. Important, remember to save your game by pressing S. Oh yes, that is a good point actually. And you notice that we have to collect our weapons again each time. Hello, bees. Keep away from the swarm until it dissipates. Yes. There we go. Those bees can be nasty if you let them get to you, as I recall. And some rather large ants. That hit anything. Oops. We can have 2 knives. What that means is we can have 2 knives out at a time. Anyway, I was saying, you might notice that, there we go, got on the return. You might notice that the environments look a little odd with this pitch black sky and spikes everywhere. That's another thing that I love about this game. Ooh, I've forgotten about you. No, I don't think we can get there just yet. Yes, I was saying, another thing that I like about this game is it has an odd, almost surreal at times setting. This is a nice try. This is the relatively normal end of it. Ha! Ooh, kittens. Where are you? There you are. You see how we can use the homing feature of these knives to get at enemies. Oh, kittens and enemies can get at us. There we go, key. That is a jumping power-up. Increases our jump height. As with the knives, we can get more than one of those. As I said, this is on the normal end of Jill of the Jungle's environments. And that's what that jumper power-up does for us. Things will get a little weirder as we go on, I seem to recall. Oh, kittens, that didn't work. There we go, that's more like it. I do like that homing feature. That is a really cool part of this game, I think. In fact, I think I would love to see a modern game in 3D or 2D that made good use of something like it. I'd love to see another Jill of the Jungle, or if not, well, not necessarily an entry in the same franchise, but something like Jill of the Jungle, similar settings, similar mechanics, that sort of thing, or at least similar to this first episode. Now, I mentioned that this is... in fact, let's get through to the map quickly. Jill enters the jungle map. Now, I mentioned that this is the first episode. Now, it's key. There are 2 more episodes. I believe they're titled Jill Goes Underground and Jill Saves the Prince. You'll need to find 2 gems to enter the dungeon. Do we want to go into the dungeon? Believe it or not, yes we do. We could use that key to open that door. Let's explore a bit. What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh yes, I've never managed to get hold of the other 2 episodes. For quite a long time I wanted very much to do so. Once again, Jill explores the forest. A very different forest this time. You can see that bright horizon in the background, another of the game's trademark weirdness. Anyway, going back to the episodes, I've subsequently heard that they're not quite as good as this one. You lose some of the things that I find charming in it, which is a pity. I've more or less set aside my previous hope of getting my hands on those episodes. You notice that we've picked up something new this time. No knife, but rather a sort of shuriken. I think they just call it a spinning blade, with completely different movement mechanics. You may also notice that we're on level 7 all of a sudden. What happened to level 3, you may wonder? Well, it's an overworld. We don't have to do this in exact order. Now, as Jill is apparently a witch or a vampire, we cannot enter this water and survive. Wait for this electric spinner to go past. Jumping power, very useful. Yeah, I'm not likely to get past them until they go out to sink again. Might have to try. Oh, no, I did. Excellent. Hello, crocodile. Not quite sure how to get that apple up there. I don't think the mechanics would allow me to jump to it from these rocks. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Alright, so let's head back. This is more or less where we started, but with catching up, you see there's the entrance block. But with the jumping power, we can now go to the left. Now is a good time to save your game. Oh, I'll take their advice. Quick and easy to save. Oh yes, I like this section. Note the eyes. The eyes that follow us go up, it says. Well, we can do that, but let's not. We can jump on these. We can go up this way, but that's not the fun way to do it. It's really not. More firebirds and crocodile. Positioning can be a little awkward at times, especially with the spinning blade, which is a bit on the big side. Now, what is this, you might wonder? Well, this is another of my favourite things about Jill of the Jungle. You can, at various times, transform. We are now a firebird, and we shall now obey that instruction to go up. Notice that Alt has become fire, and Shift is now flap instead of jump. You can actually shoot fireballs. Let's try. Get the crocodile. I like that. Yeah. I don't know why these fireballs kill firebirds, but so it goes. There's a gem. I think this is the exit, so let's head up first. You see that sign saying Jill? That turns us, well, back into Jill. And we're somehow back at the overworld. Or it's something that looks like the overworld at least. I don't know if it's possible to get through anywhere here. If you can get at that Jill there. Oops, oh well, we'll turn back into Jill now. Anyway, let's head out. Jill enters the jungle map. So you can see we now have a key and a gem from our explorations there. So we could, for example, open one of those gem gates. We can open this door to level 3. We can keep exploring, and that again is something that I love about this game. There's this semi-freeform element to it. It's not quite an open world, but there are levels that you can tackle in whatever order you like. So let's go back to level 3. Just for the fun of it, let's open that door. We still have one more gem to collect before we can get through to whatever lies down below. Jill enters the hut. Now we have a snake, but no weapon. Ooh, we got hit. There's our weapon. Notice the snake gets smaller each time it's hit. Alright, down we go. These are elevators in Jill of the Jungle. Kind of neat. Suspicious, perhaps? Yep. Do not want to overlap those. This is a remarkably expansive hut. Let's deal with that snake quickly. Oh, that's not good. Oh no, my knife has gotten stuck. Okay, that's going to be problematic. Oh, those boulders do tend to get me. Right, there's our knife. Not only are there snakes and boulders in this hut, but there are chain climbing crabs. A seldom seen species outside of this game, the chain climbing crab. So, that toothy pediment, pediment? No, that's not the right word. Alright, that toothy object hanging from the ceiling there. Does that look suspicious to you at all? No? No? I think, yeah, it falls and blocks off our exit. Now, we're already in level 3, and here are the entrances to levels 4 and 5. Sort of, at least. Apple. Oh no, I forgot about that. Oh no. Oh no. My knife is stuck in the wall. That's a problem. I think we'll find another knife somewhere else. And as you can see, we can continue without it. That is frustrating though. I mean, I could reload the save and go back for it, but nah. Oh yes, there's another knife. As we go to level 5, there we go. Got you. More of these slightly odd torches. Now, I say that I'm familiar with this game. This is an area in which one wants for care, not only because of these torches, but because of that. There we go. Ha! That is a dirty trick. This area does tend to get me. Yeah, notice the rock behind the door? That's something to be careful of. And to the best of my knowledge, we cannot destroy rocks in any way, shape or form. Key. I don't think there's anything off to the right, so let's just head down. And carefully unlock this door. There we go. Haha. They do like that trick. Very much. Forgotten about that one, I will admit. Haha, you didn't get me that time. I'd forgotten about it, but I just happened to jump onto this block. There's a friendly looking fellow. Go up anywhere. It doesn't seem so. Well that's encouraging. Once again, Joel enters the jungle map. So we have another gem, we can go into there. Yeah, why not? Let's go here, we're right here, let's go for it. Having just played Commander Keen, is that Galactic Standard Alphabet on the left? I'm not sure. Anyway, bonus stage if we have a gem. You know what? Let's go back up. Let's go out to one of the other levels. I'm thinking maybe we will find a gem there that will allow us to get into that bonus stage. Jill dashes into the castle. Tricky, yes, that it is. As you can see, we can't drop down, we can go up. That's the tricky thing. So, let's see, I can get that key. That won't help me just yet. I can pop up there. Yes, there's another key there. And I can go down there. I think, alright, let's go get the keys quickly. So now here's the trick. Standing on here, I can easily jump into that right-hand section. I think that I'm correct in believing that if I jump up to the platform just above me, where my hips are there, I will jump... Oh, look, an aeroplane. I don't see one. You lied to me, Jill. I think that I will jump too high and end up on the platform above that, and thus miss the key. You see, that brings me up a little higher. Get the health, and points for that matter. Can't use the key on this side of the door. Can use on that. Why would we want to? Because of that. There's the key that would usually let us through there, I think. Or that one would do the job as well, I suppose. despite its clunkiness, the platforming actually feels really fun in this game. It is a little, as I said, a little clunky, a little sticky, would be almost a good word for it. Not very fluid, but unlike Commander Keen, it feels, nevertheless manages to feel good. It could be better, but it is good, I think. I now have 3 keys. I hadn't noticed that there are in fact 3 doors, so good thing I did go to the right. Yet another key. Lots of keys in this castle, I suppose that makes sense. Let's see. There we go. And out we go. Jill enters the jungle map. And note that we now have a gem. Let's collect this apple just because, why not? So now that we have this gem, we can go down here. I like these lifts. Open the bonus stage. Start by getting epic points, so to speak. Navigate these vines. Honestly, don't remember the exact route through these. That's a lot of vines. Is this... were these planted here? I mean, these seem awfully deliberate in their placement. Bonus level. And a jumping power up, which allows us to get back around here. You notice that this is where level 6 lies. Bonus level, which I presume we're not supposed to read this as whatever that long number is, but it looks cool. Jill bounds into the bonus level. You can't see me dancing, sort of dancing in my chair to this music. I do so enjoy it. Right, let's see. Don't want to go that way just yet, I don't think. Whoops. How are you going to get up there? I just came from there. As you can see, the deadly chain climbing crabs are also deadly. Haha, nice try. Vine climbing crabs. If an apple a day keeps the doctor away, we're going to see not hide nor hair of a doctor for the next several years. Up and down to toggle the switch. And yep, that's... So of course we picked up a key, and toggling the switch removed the platforms, allowing us to escape and come to here. Now, normally we would not be able to get out of this, but we just collected 3 jump power-ups, meaning that we can do that. Jill of the jungle. Look at that. And here, sadly, is the exit. Jill enters the jungle map. That's a neat little bonus level. Notice that we keep the jumping power-up that we acquired here in the map, but not the ones that we acquired during the level.